Hello and welcome into the broadcast, everybody. My name is Samuel Reese, coming to you live. Good afternoon to those of you on the East Coast. Good morning to those of you on the West Coast across YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. Hope you guys enjoy today's broadcast. After a thrilling month of NWSL action, the Challenge Cup Final is here. It's the Portland Thorns, who dominated the West with the best overall record, taking on the winner of the East, the rebranded New Jersey, New York Gotham FC, as it is a nice Saturday morning, a little past a 10 a.m. local time kickoff at Providence Park in Portland, Oregon, and we are ready to kick things off. Silverware on the line. The winner will be crowned the 2021 NWSL champions, as it'll be Gotham FC kicking off here in the first half, going from right to left in their white kits. Portland in their traditional black kits, going from left to right in the opening half of play. And here we go. The NWSL Challenge Cup Final kicks off. There were 5 teams in each division. The winner of each division advancing to the Challenge Cup Final. Portland representing the West. New Jersey, New York representing the East. And here comes an early chance for Gotham FC. That pass, though, is off the mark, and now the Thorns can counter. Here's Sophia Smith down the right wing. I will get to the lineups in a moment, but already an early chance. Still going as Smith. Smith lays it back to her national team teammate, Lindsay Horan. Out wide now with Megan Klingenberg. I will quickly go to the lineups now. For the Thorns, it's Adriana Franch in goal. At the back, it's Kuika, Kelly Hubley, Becky Sauerbrunn, as well as Megan Klingenberg, Crystal Dunn, Angela Salem, Christine Sinclair, and Lindsay Horan Crystal Dunn and Angela Salem and Lindsay Horan in the midfield, and then up top it's Sophia Smith, the Canadian great Christine Sinclair, as well as Simone Charlie. Meanwhile, for Gotham, it's Diana Harasic in goal, Amani Dorsey, Mandy Freeman, Gina Lewandowski, and Caprice Didasco at the back. Ali Long, who is acquired in the middle of the Challenge Cup, starts in the midfield for Gotham alongside Naomi Kawasumi and Jennifer Cujo. And then it's Paige Monahan, Carly Lloyd, and Midge Purse up top. Here is Sophia Smith at the edge of the box for the Thorns. That's stolen by Gotham FC. Gotham FC, formerly Sky Blue, but Sky Blue no more. The rebrand seems to be paying off early on. It's been an impressive tournament so far for Gotham FC. And the Thorns have just been absolutely brilliant so far with 4 wins out of 4. As that goes out for a Gotham throw-in. I believe Portland actually tied their last game of the group stage, but that was when they already knew that they were going to the final. This is out for a New Jersey, New York goal kick. Yeah, definitely a strange kickoff time, to say the least. Portland Thorns hosting this NWSL Challenge Cup Final because they did have the best record in the group stage. Now to play for a Thorns throw-in. Here's Becky Sauerbrunn. Sauerbrunn through the midfield, and that pass given away. Here's Monahan for Gotham. Now Ali Long, formerly of OL Reign, who are, of course, big rivals with the Portland Thorns. Ali Long is from the area, from Long Island. So it's almost a coming home of sorts. On the move was Midge Purse. One back at the edge of the box by Gotham. This is recovered nicely. Ali Long looking for Monahan. Monahan leaves it for Dorsey. And Dorsey's cross will land right into the arms of Franch. Franch with a drop punt. Ahead for Lindsay Horan. Horan will win a throw-in off the head of Dorsey. It's Cuica with the throw-in. She gets it back from Smith. Cuica once more to Smith down the line. Smith's cross blocked by Ali Long. It will be the first corner of the game for the Thorns. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. It definitely must be, quite strange for these players playing a game at 10 in the morning. Just something that you don't see at the professional level that often at all. Cuica will take this corner kick for Portland. There are fans in attendance at Providence Park, which you love to see. Smith back to Cuica. She'll win a throw-in as that's played off of Didasco, it looks like. This is thrown back to Haran. That one off of Salem for a Gotham throw-in. Three shutouts for Gotham FC in the group stage as Portland are applying a bit of pressure. Sophia Smith was there, and she will earn Portland a corner kick. Eventually, it had to be sent out by the Bosnian goalkeeper for Gotham FC, Diana Haracic. But the problem for Gotham FC has been their offense. They failed to score in their last two matches, which were both 0-0 draws. Short again. Smith back out wide. Cuica sends one in. Headed away to Klingenberg. Klingenberg back into the mix. No problem for Haracic. Just underway. 6 minutes played at Providence Park, where the Thorns and Gotham FC face off in the NWSL Challenge Cup Final. And then next week, it'll be the start of the 2021 NWSL regular season. It's been an entertaining Challenge Cup, and hopefully it'll be capped off by an entertaining final. That's played out of bounds by Haracic. Hubley will head over to take the throw-in. Here is Cuica down the right wing. She has some pace. Cuica turns. Now it's Crystal Dunn, and from a ways out, Haracic comes off her line to claim. Didi Haracic, a 2-0-2 record in the Challenge Cup, just a .75 goals against average with 15 saves and 3 shutouts. She's been solid throughout the tournament. This is one in the midfield by Haran. Haran clips it forward, seeking out Charlie, but it's headed down by Gina Lewandowski. Now here's Carly Lloyd. Lloyd turns it over. Christine Sinclair, the takeaway. Sinclair with a chance. It's Sinclair with a goal. 8 minutes in, the Portland Thorns strike first. The Canadian great Christine Sinclair fires one home. A giveaway by Lloyd, the takeaway by Sinclair, and she did the rest herself. A composed finish and perfect placement on the left-footed strike. A few yards outside the box and no chance for Haracic. Slips it into the bottom left corner, and the Portland Thorns waste no time at all. An 8th-minute strike for Christine Sinclair, her second goal of the Challenge Cup. And it's a 1-0 Portland lead as the home crowd at Providence Park are absolutely loving the start. Let's now see how Gotham FC respond. It's Sinclair's 60th career NWSL goal, which is the most all-time. She's had an incredible career both on the international level with Canada and in the NWSL with Portland. And now Gotham FC do have a free kick. The Portland faithful are making noise after that early goal. Sent in by Cujo. Sauerbrunn is the first to head it away, and now Klingenberg will send it out for a throw-in belonging to Gotham. Well, it didn't take long at all for a goal, and it's a Gotham FC team who, in the last couple of games, have struggled to score. They'll need the offense to come alive. They, of course, scored 4 in that game against North Carolina. But as I mentioned, played 2 0-0 draws in their last 2 games of the group stage. Cuica will take this Thorns free kick. Back it goes for Kelly Hubley. Cuica finds Dunn. Dunn's pass blocked off by Allie Long, her U.S. Women's National Team teammate. It will be a corner for the Thorns. I definitely am a fan of the Gotham FC rebranding. They just really never had that much success as Sky Blue. As it's played short, and reading that was Paige Monahan. But the Thorns get bailed out as they will have a throw-in. Haran for Cuica. Cuica can't get past Long. A couple of juggles from Carly Lloyd. Ultimately, it's out for a Portland throw-in. Lloyd, the captain of New Jersey, New York. There's a steal by Gotham. And now leading the attack is Midge Purse. Purse out wide into space. Here's Jennifer. Nope, rather that's not Cujo. That's Didasco. Now back to Cujo. Laid out wide by Kawasumi. Here's the cross, but it's overhit beyond everyone and out for a Portland goal kick. Freya Kuhm, the head coach of Gotham FC, her 3rd season in charge, and she played as a Sky Blue FC player in the NWSL from Gotham FC played as Sky Blue FC in the NWSL from 2013 to 20. Before that, they were the I can't even remember. They changed their name a couple of times, but they were Sky Blue for 7 years, 2013 to 20. Now a rebrand. Gotham FC, the new name. With both New Jersey and New York including the title. They, of course, play in New Jersey. We see other professional sports teams in the U.S. that play in New Jersey still go by New York. But Gotham FC decide to go with New Jersey, New York. Which makes sense. It is a mouthful, though. Here's Cujo. That ball rolling along the sideline. In the end, it's a Gotham throw-in. Quickly played into the feet of Carly Lloyd. Christine Sinclair with the interception. Haran finds Dunn. Dunn, a nice turn. Cujo on her tail. She'll now lay it back to Hubley. Hubley ahead for Cuica. Cuica gets there first. Back now for Hubley. Thanks, everyone, for tuning into the broadcast. It's the NWSL Challenge Cup Final. Now it's Hubley once more for the Thorns. Sauerbrunn has her pass picked off. Here's a chance for New Jersey, New York. Great cross, but it's just ahead of Carly Lloyd. That was the first real chance for Gotham FC. And Carly Lloyd was just a step behind, or else she would have been in on goal with a real nice opportunity. No defender was even in the area. And you have to think that if that ball had found Lloyd, she would have put it away for the tying goal. Here's Cuica the other way. Chips one forward, and it's caught off the bounce by Haricic. Here's Midge Purse. Turned over. Lindsay Horan the steal. Horan for Sinclair. Here come the Thorns threatening once more. It's back with Horan. Horan patiently waiting. Now going for goal. The deflected shot eventually cleared away. It's now at the feet of Monahan. She clears it up the sideline. It goes out for a Portland throw. Well, Horan had a real good look down the right wing. Great to see fans in attendance at Providence Park, which we saw in Portland's 2 home games earlier in the Challenge Cup. However, there were questions as to whether or not there would be a crowd allowed because there has been a spike in COVID cases, particularly in the Portland area. As this cross is handled by Haricic. The service coming from Dunn on the left side. But there are fans allowed at both Providence Park for Thorns and Timbers games and at the Moda Center for Trailblazers games in the NBA. That's saved along the sideline by Monahan. Lloyd back for Monahan. A chance for Gotham. It's Monahan defended by Klingenberg to the byline. Across blocked, and it will be the first corner of the game. Sorry, she was defended by Kuika there, and Kuika did well for Portland. It will be New Jersey, New York's first corner kick of the match. Yeah, about 4,500 fans allowed at Providence Park this morning. It's Kawasumi with the corner. Floated ball, and the header goes wide. Bit of an awkward header in the end for Gina Lewandowski, who is off balance. Certainly an entertaining start to this game. Adriana Franch in goal for Portland. A 3-0-1 record in the group stage. Just a .5 goals against average with 10 saves and 2 shutouts. Both these teams are really, really solid defensively. At least that's what they showed for the most part in the group stage. And that's why it might be a little surprised that there's been a lot of attacking opportunities in the early stages. Nice recovery as it was won back by Angela Salem. Horan taps it back. Horan under some pressure. She gets away from Cujo. But that pass was intercepted momentarily. One back by the Thorns. Simone Charlie gets on the accelerator, and she's still going. Can she save it? Not quite. It just got away from Simone Charlie, who's one of the fastest players on the pitch. She scored a goal in the 2-0 win for Portland on April 21st against OL Reign. I was on the call for that match, the rivalry game between Portland and OL. Both the Thorns and Gotham FC were undefeated in the group stage. 2 wins, 2 draws for Gotham, 3 wins and a draw for Portland. And that's a heavy collision in the midfield. Foul called against Allie Long, who seems quite puzzled at the decision. She and Salem involved in the collision. Yeah, Allie Long was acquired just a week and a half ago from OL Reign. April 27th is when the move was announced. And we'll see if Long is a part of that Olympics roster for the U.S. Here's Sophia Smith, who could very well be on that Olympic team in Tokyo. One back, though, by the New Jersey, New York. This is played out wide by Monahan. Saved by Midge Purse now looking for a cross. Here it comes, but once again, it's hit with too much pace. A wasted chance out for a Portland goal kick. '19th minute, 1-0 Thorns. An 8th-minute goal from Christine Sinclair has the host in the lead. Long ball sent forward, settled by Dorsey. Now here's Cujo. This is Lewandowski. Back for Haricic. Driven ball headed down by Salem. Haran's dispossessed. Cujo with the lead pass. That's too far ahead for Purse, and Sauerbrun's there first. Here's Sophia Smith, who was in an offside position. "20 minutes into the Challenge Cup championship game. The second edition of the NWSL Challenge Cup, which launched last summer, in a bubble in the Salt Lake area. The Houston Dash won that tournament, as that's knocked away from Smith, but the Thorns do win a corner kick. The set piece will come from the far side. Seems like a sunny day in Portland, Oregon. A lot of options in the box. And here comes the corner kick. It's an in-swinger. Headed up. And now sent ahead by Kawasumi. Quickly won back by Kuika, who's fouled. And this will set up a Thorns free kick from a very dangerous position. Cujo committing the foul. Yeah, I've been impressed by Kuika so far this season. Well, this Challenge Cup. I know it's early, but from what I've watched some of the Portland games, and from what I've seen from her, she's definitely been a valuable addition her first season with the Thorns, and you can understand why she's been in the starting lineup game in, game out. Kuika from Finland. Set piece curled in by Klingenberg, but dealt with by Gotham. Cleared as far as Becky Sauerbrunn. Here's Hubley. Up the middle for Dunn. Dunn finds Haran. Nice controlled touch with the chest. Sent away, once again only as far as Sauerbrunn. Here's a cross from the left wing, but that is mishit. And goes out for a goal kick. It's really a groundbreaking weekend when it comes to soccer in the U.S. on television. I'll get to that in a moment. As a through ball is played to Monahan. Monahan's cross headed clear by Kuika. Haran gets it out of danger. And Sophia Smith steps in to steal it away from Dorsey. This could lead to a chance. It's Crystal Dunn down the right flank. Dunn delivers. It went off the head of Didasco. Now it falls to Haran. Haran to Sinclair. Sinclair cutting it across, but it's cut out by Gotham, and now New Jersey, New York will clear. It's now with Sauerbrunn. Sauerbrunn to Haran. Haran clips it forward. Smith was making the run, but it's cut out by Gotham once more. But yeah, going back to what I said earlier, this is the first weekend where there will be a soccer game televised on CBS, ABC, Fox, and NBC. Today, it's the Challenge Cup Final right now between Portland and Gotham on CBS. Then later, and actually right now, it's on NBC, a Premier League encounter between Chelsea and Man City, a chance for Sophia Smith. The ball found her nicely, but the shot just wide. And then later tonight, it'll be on Fox El Tráfico, the rivalry game in MLS, LA Galaxy against LAFC, always must watch. And then tomorrow, there will be another Premier League game on NBC, Arsenal West Brom, as well as 2 games on ABC in MLS, including another rivalry game, the Portland Timbers and Seattle Sounders, which I will be on the call for. I didn't intend for it to be a weekend where I cover the Portland soccer teams, but that's what it's turning into, isn't it? Oh, what a move by Dunn. Dunn into the middle. Now it's Haran. Haran clips it forward. Couldn't find Charlie. Haran steps up once more. Now sent away by Cujo. Out for a Thorns throw-in. 25 minutes into the first half. Thorns leading by a goal and looking for a second. Lindsay Haran in the Challenge Cup. 4 games, 1 goal, 3 assists. She scored the game-winning goal on April 21st, against OL Reign. Here's Sinclair. And Klingenberg offsides. Gotham knew it right away, raising their arms, and the assistant referee was in a perfect position. About 20 minutes to play in the half. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in this afternoon or this morning. If you are a Thorns fan, tuning in from the West Coast, where it's only, 10:33 a.m. Here is Amani Dorsey. Dorsey's pass read by Kuika. Kuika up the line. That will veer out of play. Mark Parsons is in his 6th season as Portland head coach. Has done well in charge of the Thorns. He was the 2016 NWSL Coach of the Year. Oh, a clean slide tackle and a nice takeaway from Gotham. Here's Midge Purse. Purse with a chance onto her left. She will wait for support as Purse surveys her options, lays it back to Allie Long. Long, back for Purse. Purse edge of the box. Now it's Carly Lloyd. Lloyd out wide. Here's the cross. Dangerous area. And in the end, it's off of Kuika for a corner kick. Gotham FC are threatening, looking for the equalizer. It was Kawasumi with the gorgeous delivery from the right-hand side. And here now comes the corner. Closing in on the half-hour mark at Providence Park in Portland, Oregon. And here comes the service. It is Kawasumi. Second corner of the game for Gotham. It falls to the back post and skied over the bar by Carly Lloyd. The captain for Gotham just could not keep it low. Here is Sauerbrunn. Sauerbrun's actually played every minute so far in this Challenge Cup. She dealt with an injury in last year's Challenge Cup, which was her first season with Portland, as she was formerly with the Utah Royals. That ball kept alive by Simone Charlie, but Charlie's attempted cross is into the side netting. It did take a deflection, so the Thorns earn another corner kick. I believe this is their 5th of the match already. Great bit of skill from Charlie of the Thorns to cut towards goal and find an angle. What's going on, Bradley? Welcome into the broadcast. I appreciate you tuning in, man. It was Christine Sinclair who scored the first goal for Portland. Yeah, no surprise there. Sinclair scored the opener in the 8th minute for the Thorns. As this ball's floated in, Horan's glancing header goes wide. A real good opportunity for Portland to score another. Horan just unable to put it on target. Couldn't quite redirect it on frame. And now it's a steal by Sophia Smith. Smith's all the way in. Tries to square it across, but Cujo's there to clear. Another great chance for the Thorns. Now it's back with Hubley. Hubley finds Becky Sauerbrunn. And now it's Angela Salem. Klingenberg. Out wide. Here's Horan. Horan into the penalty area. Horan cuts it inside. Across the face of goal. It just goes wide. A bit of hesitation from Haricic, the New Jersey, New York keeper, as she thought it would be cleared away. What an opportunity that was for Portland. Wow, Horan wasn't even trying to go for goal here. It was an attempted cross, which no one got on the end of, but it nearly went in. What's going on, Ben? Welcome into the broadcast, man. Good afternoon to you. Well, I know it's the evening for you now over in England, but yes, afternoon for me indeed. It's morning out in Portland, the 10 a.m. start. Yep, it is Portland on top. Who should you be supporting? I mean, it's up to you, man. I don't even have a team in the NWSL. I used to. It used to be the Boston Breakers, who were my local NWSL club, but they unfortunately folded. They're not a club anymore. So I don't have a local team to support in the NWSL. Oh, another dangerous cross, but it's handled by Haricic. So yeah, I was disappointed. What was that, like 4 or 5 years ago when the Breakers folded? And I haven't really had a team to root for since. So I overall just support the league. But yeah, Portland are up 1-0. It's been a fun game so far. Both teams could have more goals than they currently have. Gotham had a couple of real good chances. Portland as well. That is true, Ben. Yeah. I guess at one point I'll just have to pick a team in the NWSL since I have no local team. Technically, the closest to me is New Jersey, New York, Gotham FC, but I'm never going to root for a New York team, no matter what sport we're talking about. Here's a cross that's blocked by Crystal Dunn as she denied Dorsey of finding a teammate. And now here's a chance. In is Sophia Smith. Smith all by herself goes for goal. Save made by Haricic as she parries it away. And now it's settled by Kawasumi. That's headed down by Salem. Back with Gotham, though. Here's Cujo. Cujo finds Kawasumi. Through ball here as she was looking for Monahan. Sent away by Kuika. However, it will be a Gotham corner. This is the championship game of the NWSL Challenge Cup. I suppose you could look at it as a League Cup, sort of. The regular season of the NWSL will start next week. Yeah, I know, Ben. Yeah, the Chelsea women's team is legit. Yeah. Actually, NBC Sports here in the U.S., they actually carry some of the WSL games. So I've been able to watch some Chelsea games. I saw their game against Tottenham on Wednesday. And yeah, they could clinch the title, I think this tomorrow, actually. So yeah, the Chelsea women's team is really good. They don't have any U.S. women's national team players on the team right now, which is too bad because there are U.S. women's national team players right now on both Man U and Man City. But yeah, I really like watching Sam Kerr for Chelsea. Before she went to Chelsea, she played in the NWSL for the Chicago Red Stars. Yeah, the WSL is a quality league. It's getting better. As this is sent across by Sinclair. And the Chelsea women are also in the Champions League final where they'll take on Barcelona next weekend. Yeah, so it's it's good to see women's soccer growing, because the NWSL is getting better itself. It's been a quality league for a while now, but it's great to see, the English Women's League, even the Spanish Women's League get better and better. And the Women's Champions League, I love the Women's Champions League. It's a lot of fun. Here's a long ball sent forward by Ali Long. Unfortunately, it's kind of tough to get the Women's Champions League games here in the U.S. There's no true rights holder, so it's a bit tough to find the matches. Through ball, Charlie with a chance. Coming out is Haricic. She makes the stop as it goes over the bar. Charlie with an opportunity for a second. It will be a Portland corner. Yeah, Chelsea Spurs is a real good rivalry, absolutely. Yeah, the Tottenham women's team have struggled this season. They're in the bottom half of the table. Their men's team haven't done too well either this year, have they? But yeah, Alex Morgan played for a couple months with Tottenham before she came back to the U.S., and now she's back with the Orlando Pride here in the NWSL. Here's a corner kick sent in by Kuika. Haran the header, but it's comfortably handled by Haricic. And Haricic now looking long with the punt. It's a nice punt. Monahan with a contested header, but it's won by Hubley. And Kuika will send it back to French. 1-0 Portland lead. Thanks everyone for tuning in. About 10 minutes left in the opening half of play. It was a strange 10 a.m. local time kickoff in the Pacific Northwest. This game at Providence Park in Portland, Oregon. Here now is Sophia Smith. Smith to Dunn. Sinclair will let it go, but it's a clearance to midfield by Gotham. Back with the Thorns, however. Hubley into the feet of Dunn. Dunn puts one up for Charlie. Header popped in the air. Now sent away by New Jersey, New York. Klingenberg battles off Monahan, who is right on her back. Portland with a lot of possession in this opening half of play. Here is Lindsay Haran. Haran holds. Now up the middle, it's Charlie with a nice move. She'll draw the foul. As Gina Lewandowski will get the first booking of the game. A yellow is shown to the center back for Gotham. Simone Charlie with a great bit of skill to win the free kick. First yellow of the match going to Lewandowski. And this is certainly within the range of Haran and Sinclair. Who will strike for Portland? Haricic sets up her wall. It is looking like Lindsay Haran will take this free kick. Yep, Sinclair goes forward in the box. Klingenberg's also standing over the ball. But it appears as though Haran's the one lining it up here. There's the whistle. A short run up from Haran. And it's off the post. Over the wall and off the post. Lindsay Horan nearly scored a similar goal to the one she got against OL Reign earlier in the Challenge Cup. Oh my goodness. This was almost a carbon copy, as I said, of that goal against OL Reign, except this time it struck the post. Haricic was certainly beat. Oh, wow. That was very well struck free kick over the wall. It had enough dip, hit the woodwork. And Portland were on the verge of a second goal. Here's Kawasumi, heads it down to Long. Long now finds Lewandowski. Now it's played up the sideline. Didasco. Monahan for Cujo. But it's not a threatening service handled by French. Yeah, going back to that Horan free kick, I mean, this was over the wall, off the post. My goodness. Horan was the 2018 NWSL MVP and part of the best 11. Smith goes down, clipped by Dorsey. Free kick to the Thorns. Yeah, no problem, Ben. No problem. I appreciate you stopping by. That's greatly appreciated, man. I completely understand. Enjoy the rest of your evening, man. And I will have a great show. I'm looking forward to the rest of this championship match. Cheers to you. Here comes the corner kick. The free kick. Kuika rolls it ahead for Hubley. Now it's Kuika once more. Looking for Dunn. There's the steal. With it is Monahan. Given away by Purse. Smith into the box. Looking for Charlie. Cleared away. Chested down by Hubley. Now it's Salem. Winding down here in the opening half of play. Horan for Sinclair. Sinclair clips one ahead. Horan's attempted shot is off the mark. So it's going to be tough over the shoulder on the volley for Horan to execute. Goal kick to Gotham, who would probably be content with just ending the half only trailing by one because it could be a larger deficit for the visitors at this point. Here is Dunn with the steal. Dunn looking for the switch. On the chase down is Klingenberg. She'll get there. Back for Sauerbrunn. Now Horan. Smith has it stolen away. Now it's Didasco. Lewandowski. Into Cujo. Cujo gets by Horan. Now she'll look for the switch. Controlled touch by Midge Purse. Purse to her left has the option of Dorsey. Instead cuts to the middle. It now falls to Long. Long eventually gets it to Dorsey. Dorsey looking for a cross. Kuika gets the block. Nicely done by the right back for Portland. However, it will be a Gotham FC corner kick. Two minutes until first half stoppage time. It's Kawasumi over the corner. Towards the middle, it's all the way through to the back post. Lloyd looking to clip it across, but French is there for the Thorns. Coming up at halftime, I'll let you guys listen in to NWSL Commissioner Lisa Baird and also go over highlights of the first half as well as stats and look ahead to the second half. Sauerbrunn to Haran. Portland opened the floodgates. It's through to Dunn. Crystal Dunn in the box. Off-balance shot trickles wide. Not quite the strike she was looking for. Goal kick to Gotham. Haricic goes short, long back to Haricic. Now she'll spray it wide. Dunn steps in for the takeaway. Dunn with the cross. Long heads it down, finding Kawasumi. Cujo. Oh, a risky back pass. Haricic in trouble. In the end, Charlie was there to pounce, but the one-time shot could not be put on target. Haricic frustrated a very risky back pass from Freeman. The shot's 10-2 Portland, yet they only lead by a goal. 1 minute will be added on to the end of this first half. Can Gotham FC grab an equalizer at the death of the first half? It's Midge Purse taking on Kuika. Purse crosses it to the near post. And it's last touched by Kawasumi, out for a goal kick. Final 30 seconds now of stoppage time. Sinclair's 8th minute goal, the difference between the two sides. Yep, spot on, Bradley. Yes, the first half is almost over. 1 minute of stoppage time. Yeah, you know, New Jersey, New York, they have to have a reaction in the second half because, you know, they could be down by much more than 1-0 at this point. They're fortunate to still be in this game. And if they want a chance of coming back, they will have to turn it around in the second 45. And that will do it for the opening half of play. It's halftime at Providence Park. And the home fans applaud their side as it's the Portland Thorns leading New Jersey, New York, Gotham FC by a score of 1-0 at the break. 45 minutes down, 45 to go in the NWSL Challenge Cup Championship game. Still a lot more action on the way from the Pacific Northwest. And it is Christine Sinclair's 8th minute goal that has Portland on top by a score of 1-0. But still plenty of time left for Gotham to turn it around in the second half of play. But it was a rather dominant first half display from the Thorns. As I will be back after a quick break to recap all of the first half action from Portland. It's the home team leading 1-0. They're 45 minutes away from winning the 2021 Challenge Cup. I'll be back with the halftime report next. Stay tuned. Welcome back into the broadcast, everybody, and welcome into the halftime report. It's the Portland Thorns leading New Jersey, New York, Gotham FC 1-0 at the break. Christine Sinclair's 8th-minute goal has Portland on top. Before I recap the first half, I'll let you guys listen in quickly to an interview with NWSL Commissioner Lisa Baird.
Exciting 4 weeks, and I just have to say thank you to Secret Deodorant. They came up, and they're the second-year entitlement sponsor, and without them, we could never even have the bonus pool, which is going to all the finalists. So that's been an area of huge support as our sponsors.
It's always great to see that support coming from all areas. The regular season kicks off next weekend. You're first as a commissioner.
Yeah.
What are your expectations for the 2021 season?
Well, of course, exciting competition. I think I've seen all teams play incredibly intensely in the first half, but I think for me, the best part is that every team will be able to have fans in the stadiums, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I didn't get that chance to mix with the fans at their home games, and so you might see me in some unexpected places.
I think we're all looking forward to having the fans back. Lisa, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Marissa.
All right, there you hear it from the NWSL Commissioner Lisa Baird, just her second season as commissioner. And overall, I'd say, it's been a fun Challenge Cup. I'm glad they decided to stick with it after the success they had with the new idea of a Challenge Cup last summer in Utah. And I'm glad they decided to do it another year to really, kickstart the season. Of course, the regular season will begin next week after a champion is crowned in the Challenge Cup today. Overall, it's exciting times in the NWSL. We have, of course, Racing Louisville is participating in their first season as an expansion team. And then next year we'll have another expansion team in Angel City out in LA with a lot of well-known celebrity owners as well. So the league's definitely growing. The women's game is growing in this country, which you absolutely love to see. And next Saturday, it will be the NWSL regular season opener at 5 p.m. Eastern Time when Racing Louisville FC take on FC Kansas City. That's at 5 at Louisville's brand new field, Lynn Family Stadium. Also next Saturday at 7, Gotham FC takes on the Houston Dash. The OL Reign take on North Carolina Courage at 10. On the 16th of May, the Orlando Pride take on the Washington Spirit at 6 as well. So a full slate of opening weekend matchups in the NWSL Challenge Cup. Exciting times in the league, but first we have to crown a Challenge Cup champion. I'll give you first half highlights and stats after this quick break when the halftime report continues. Welcome back, everybody. A reminder that coming up later, it's the Wells Fargo Championship. But for now, we have the second half on the way between the Portland Thorns and New Jersey, New York Gotham FC in the NWSL Challenge Cup Championship game. A 1-0 lead for Portland at the half, but still 45 more minutes to play to decide who wins the title. Going over some first half highlights, the 8th minute is when the first goal would come. A giveaway by Carly Lloyd. Christine Sinclair doing it all herself. No one closed in on her in time, and Sinclair with a superb strike, tucking it into the bottom left corner, giving Haricic no chance to make the save. Portland would continue to create chances. 39th minute, we thought they scored a second, but Lindsay Horan denied by the woodwork. The Portland bench certainly thought it went in. It looked sweet off the foot, over the wall, but off the post. What a chance for Horan to double Portland's lead, but it stays 1-0. A look at some first half stats. The shots 11-2 Portland. Shots on goal 3-0. The Thorns with the edge in possession 57-43%. 6 corners for Portland, 4 for Gotham. Sinclair with the 8th minute goal. Horan with 5 shots out of Portland's 11, but yet to find the back of the net. We'll see if Gotham can fight back after a dominant first half performance from Portland. The final 45 minutes are on the way. On the other side of this break, don't go anywhere. It's Portland 1, Gotham 0. The second 45 are up next. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The second half is here. We're ready to kick off the final 45 minutes. A trophy up for grabs. The winner will be the NWSL Challenge Cup champion. It's a 1-0 lead for Portland as we're underway in the second half of action. Portland in all black kicking off, going from right to left. Gotham in all white going from left to right in the second half. There was a halftime substitution made. Lewandowski out. She got the lone yellow card in that first half. She's been replaced by Johnson. Here is Johnson, fresh off the bench, out of play for a Portland throw-in. Now at the edge of the box, it's Sophia Smith. Smith surrounded by Gotham players, and now it falls to Carly Lloyd. One back by Crystal Dunn. Klingenberg on the left flank. Klingenberg, left-footed service, blocked. Caprice Didasco got in the way. It will be a Thorns corner kick. They had plenty of those in the first half of play. And they'll have another one here. Here comes the service from the near corner. It's Klingenberg with the in-swinging delivery. Archich off her line and was eventually headed away. Now controlled by Hubley. Hubley ahead for Haran. Haran sprays it wide for Klingenberg. Klingenberg, square ball. Cut inside by Salem. Cleared away, but it's quickly won back by Portland. This is Simone Charlie. Charlie seeking out Sophia Smith, but that pass blocked off by Allie Long. Another giveaway by Gotham, and Charlie will win the Thorns a throw-in. Cuica will head over to take this Portland throw-in. Off of Charlie as it's given away by the Thorns. It's lost again. Here's Crystal Dunn. Tight space to work with. Off the chest of Charlie. She couldn't save it. Gotham goal kick. Oh, and that was nearly blocked. Might have taken a slight deflection off of Smith. Now Haran gets it back from Salem. Haran spinning away from Cujo. Now out wide by Salem. Klingenberg's delivery. Headed away. Smith gets a touch. Now one back by Gotham in the middle. Played ahead for Cujo. Cujo hits the brakes. Sends it out wide for Midge Purse. Purse now leading the attack for Gotham FC. Purse gets by Klingenberg. Cutting back to her left. Purse still going. Purse with the strike. That's blocked by the head of Sauerbrunn. One back now by Allie Long. Sauerbrunn a bit shaken up, but play continues. Here's Didasco. Didasco to the back post. And the header wide from Lloyd. She didn't get enough contact on her head. Becky Sauerbrunn is, I should say, a 4-time NWSL Defender of the year in, year out. One of the best defenders in the league. The captain of the U.S. women's national team. Yeah, she took that shot to the face. I think it struck her nose. Let's see the replay. As Purse went for goal, and then, yeah, right square off the noggin. She appears to be all right. Just underway, 5 minutes into the second half. 1-0 Portland by a goal. Here's Haran. Haran, that pass just ahead of Smith. Salem, though, keeps it alive. Ahead for Lindsay Haran. Salem, good work. Gets it back from Sinclair. Salem trying to get it back for Sinclair, but it's won by Didasco. Didasco's pass blocked by Salem. It stays with Gotham. Purse finding Cujo, and New Jersey, New York will win a throw-in. 50 minutes played, 40 to go at Providence Park in Portland, Oregon. The entirety of this game will be played in the morning. It was a 10 a.m. start, unless this goes 2 PKs. It probably will conclude still in the a.m. hours, or maybe just as the clock strikes noon on the West Coast. Klingenberg floats one in, the header saved. Haran with the chance. Haricic with the stop. Real good opportunity. 51 minutes played. Here is Klingenberg. Oh, that's a cheap giveaway. Kawasumi's there for Gotham. Laid out wide for Monahan, who drops it back. Driven ball forward off of Hubley. Now here's Purse on the right. Dragged down by Haran. And it will set up a free kick for New Jersey, New York. Well, you feel like you get the sense anyway that if a goal is coming from Gotham, it will be a result of a set piece. We shall see. It's Kawasumi over the free kick. French really hasn't been tested all that much. Gotham yet to record a shot on target. Sent it in low. Headed away by Dunn. Now it's Cujo. Sent in by Freeman. And the attempted clearance went off the face of Long and wide. That nearly turned into a completely unintentional goal by Long. Sauerbrunn with the clearance, and yeah, that went square off the face of Long and ended up going wide. Long a little bit shaken up. She, of course, played with the Portland Thorns from 2013 to 17, played exactly 100 games with Portland, 30 goals, 13 assists in her time with Portland. Then, of course, went to their rivals, OL, before making the move just weeks ago to Gotham. Great through ball, chance for Monahan, but Franch is quick off her line. Otherwise, Monahan would have had a real good opportunity to grab an equalizer. This is done. Finding Charlie. Charlie onto her left foot. Charlie still going. She wanted a foul, did not get the call. Here now is Freeman. And Gotham will win a throw-in on the far side of the pitch. Yeah, both Portland and Gotham lost in the semifinals of last year's Challenge Cup. Here's Christine Sinclair. Sinclair to Haran. Haran with a shot. That is blocked. Back it goes to Haran. Haran with a self-pass. But it's cleared away by Johnson. Quickly, though, back with the Thorns. Klingenberg. Now Smith. Klingenberg has it stolen. Lloyd with a beautiful ball. Monahan's in, but a great recovery from Kuika, who tracks back and even prevents it from being a corner, sending it over the sideline for a throw-in. Beautiful recovery by the Finn. Here's Monahan on the right wing. Her attempted cross blocked by Sophia Smith. Just a great recovery run by Kuika. A couple of times so far in the second half, Monahan has been in. Maybe her chance will come as this half progresses. 56th minute. Service comes out, and the volley fired wide. It fell to none other than Paige Monahan. Ten minutes into the second half. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. If you enjoyed the broadcast, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Lloyd flicks one on, looking for Kawasumi, but it's broken up, and it's now back with Franch. Franch into Haran. Haran on the turn, looking wide. Crystal Dunn controls. Dunn ahead for Kuika, but it's too far ahead. Although she does force, I believe that was Johnson to play it out for a Portland throw. And this attempted cross blocked. It is out for a Portland corner. The Thorns fans having a fun experience so far, hoping that their team can hold on for the victory. Still plenty of time left. The Portland Thorns with one of the best fan bases in NWSL, if not the best fan base in NWSL. In non-COVID times, they would sell out at Providence Park for big games like these. Of course, the Timbers in MLS, who also play at Providence Park, have one of the best fan bases in MLS. Danger here for Gotham. Kuika's cross once more blocked. The Thorns will do it all over again with another corner kick on the way. Eighth corner already for the Thorns. Not even an hour in. Driven to the near post. Out to the edge of the box. Floated forward by Klingenberg. Out to Sauerbrunn. Her attempted shot will stay in play. Here's Haran along the end line. Haran across. Headed away. Only as far as Hubley. Now sent forward by Kuika. Haran gets there at the back post. Haran holds. Haran finding Sinclair. Now Klingenberg curling one in, but it's cleared once more by Gotham. But again, Portland win it back. Here's Sinclair, edge of the box. She'll leave it for Salem. This driven ball forward, stolen by Cujo, but won back by Klingenberg. Same old story, but Dunn's pass too far for Haran, and it's a goal kick for Gotham. Who could score for New Jersey, New York? Good question, Bradley. My front runner would have to be Carly Lloyd. I mean, she tends to come up in big moments. I'd say either Lloyd or Monahan. But yeah, I mean, it's still a one-goal game. The game's still within reach for Gotham, even though Portland have had many more chances when it comes to shots and shots on target. That's off of Gotham. It's called a Portland throw-in. As we're closing in on the hour mark at Providence Park. That's given away to Allie Long. Long goes down. A foul called. It goes against Lindsay Haran. Long clutching her right leg. Haran with a sarcastic smile. Not in full agreement with that decision by the referee. I mean, yeah, it's a foul. She slid across Long. Didn't appear to get any of the ball either. Cujo wide. Now Monahan. Lloyd turning, keeping it as Dunn applied the pressure. Long goes wide on the left side. Cross cut out by Angela Salem. Now it's back out to Allie Long. Kawasumi in motion. Good cross. The header is in. It's Carly Lloyd with the equalizing goal in the 61st minute. The crowd is silenced at Providence Park. It only took one opportunity. A good service to Lloyd, and she makes absolutely no mistake. Lloyd heads it home for Gotham. It's game on in the NWSL Challenge Cup Championship. 1-1 as Lloyd got up over Sauerbrunn. A perfectly placed header. Not even enough time to react for Adriana Franch. We're all level at one apiece. And despite Portland's first half domination, and even you could argue domination so far in the second half, it is Gotham who pull level 1-1. And this should be an interesting final half hour. Well, Bradley, I said Lloyd would be my front runner to score, and that's exactly what happened. I'm not saying I can predict the future, but I kind of just predicted the future. No, I'm just playing, but wow, how about that? Yeah, and yeah, you're right. Haran is really putting the pressure on Gotham's defense. It's the second goal of the tournament for Carly Lloyd. She strikes in the 61st minute. Her other goal coming against North Carolina. Yeah, that was a great header by Lloyd. It really was. I mean, Sauerbrunn was all over her too. But that goal certainly changes the complexion of the rest of this match. As Klingenberg is fouled, free kick to Portland. The captain, Carly Lloyd, finding the back of the net. Klingenberg for Haran. Haran returns it to Klingenberg, who did the last touch. They say Klingenberg. Goal kick awarded. Carly Lloyd with some memorable moments over the course of her illustrious career. Of course, she had the hat trick in that 2015 World Cup final against Japan. That was probably the highlight of her career. I will never forget that game. What did it end up? 5-2 US. That was the World Cup in Canada in 2015. Of course, she scored that goal from close to midfield, chipping the keeper. Scored two other goals as well. Just a memorable performance that from Carly Lloyd. That game was in Vancouver at BC Place, about 300 miles north of Portland. They're actually showing the replay right now of that game. Carly Lloyd's goals, especially that one from midfield, just so filthy. 5-2 was the final as the U.S. would defeat Japan. And then they'd, of course, go on to win the 2019 World Cup in France. They went a perfect 7 wins, no draws, no losses, defeating the Netherlands 2-0 in the final. And this summer, the U.S. women's national team will have their eye on gold. There's been no team that's ever won the World Cup and the Olympics in succession. Could the U.S. be the first one to do such a feat this summer? They certainly have the ability to do so. They do have a pretty tough group, though. It does have to be said. Yeah, this game is getting real interesting indeed, Bradley. This should be a real thrilling ending. 25 minutes to play. Here's Carly Lloyd. Lloyd to the byline. Her cross is blocked by Salem. Another Gotham corner. "25 minutes remain." Sixth corner for New Jersey, New York. Service once more from Naomi Kawasumi. And it's snatched out of the air by Adriana Franch. Franch with the drop punt out wide, but no Portland player can get there as it's out for a Gotham throw. Just about 3/4 through the match. It's Portland 1, New Jersey, New York 1 in a thrilling NWSL Challenge Cup Championship match. Here's Freeman. Freeman to Long. Now driven forward by Johnson. Freeman with it in the midfield. This goes out wide for Monahan. Cujo back to Monahan. Now Kawasumi. Didasco. Monahan saves it on the line. Stepping in, though, for the steal is Sinclair. Sinclair, the through ball. Smith on the chase. Smith in a battle here. And she will win a free kick, taken down by Johnson. Now a substitution, the first for Portland. Cuica will come out, replaced by Westfall. Kristen Westfall was the 3rd overall pick in the NWSL draft a few seasons ago. It'll actually be a double change from Mark Parsons. Rocky Rodriguez will enter, coming on for Angela Salem. Rocky Rodriguez was the 2016 NWSL Rookie of the Year, and she replaces Salem. Can the two substitutes provide a spark off the bench for the Thorns? Here's a Portland free kick. Dangerous ball. Sinclair is there. Back for Smith. And the shot's just over the bar. Oh, man, it landed so nicely for Sophia Smith. But the shot goes over. What's up, Rude Boy TV? Welcome in, man. I appreciate you stopping by on this Saturday afternoon. Much appreciated. I'm doing quite well. I'm glad it's the weekend. I had a long week, but I'm glad it's the weekend, man. And a great game here in the NWSL Challenge Cup Championship. A battle here. Staying with us, Mitch Purse. Purse across. Cut out by Rodriguez, the substitute. It will set up a Gotham corner kick. 70th minute approaching. It's a 1-1 game at Providence Park. It's Dorsey all the way through. It is saved at the end line, but now cleared away by Sinclair for a Gotham throw-in. Over to take it is Paige Monahan. By the way, there is no extra time, so if the game was level after 90 minutes, the champion would be decided in penalty kicks. It would be straight to PKs after 90 if this result stayed as is, but still 20 more minutes to decide that. As Horan was fouled, Sauerbrunn will take the Portland free kick. Sauerbrunn for Horan, who heads it forward. It's now played back to Haricic. Taken away in the middle. Sinclair through to Smith. Smith a chance. The shot goes into the side netting. Smith is in disbelief once more. She's had so many great chances and just has not found her shooting boots this afternoon. Well, I guess it's still the morning in Portland. This morning is what I should say. Goal kick for Haricic in a 1-1 game. Here's Dunn with it. Dunn to Horan. Hurst tracks her down. Horan stays with it and gets it to Sinclair. Sinclair to Rodriguez. Now Sauerbrunn into Lindsay Horan. Horan going wide. Klingenberg the one-time driven cross all the way through to Cujo, who can't clear. Chance to the back post. It does not cross the line. Charlie the chance, and the clearance off the goal line saves Gotham. Wow. Now it's Hubley. Hubley to Horan. Horan strike. Was a weak shot in the end. Comfortably saved by Haricic. Yeah, 20 minutes to finish off. This should be an epic ending. I can't believe Charlie didn't score. What a goal line clearance by Freeman, who just swooped in and cleared it away because Haricic was beat. But Freeman was there to the rescue. Here is Freeman, all the way back for Haricic. Foul called against Portland. The whistle going against Sophia Smith. Looks like 2 Gotham changes will be made right now. It looks like Midge Purce's morning has come to a close. She will be replaced by Anumanu. She can be a super sub, that's for sure. So Anumanu in for Purce, and it's Eveline Viens in for Monahan. So Anumanu and Viens into the match. A 1-1 game with a little over a quarter of an hour to play at Providence Park. Here is Cujo. Long finding Lloyd. Lloyd frustrated that there was no whistle. It's won back by Allie Long. Long going wide for Cujo. Now it's back with Long. That's picked off by Crystal Dunn. Here's Dunn leading the way for Portland. Dunn still going, has options, and now finds Charlie. Charlie into the middle. Freeman with the clearance. As Horan will step up to the ball. Horan, beautiful service. The header just wide. Christine Sinclair nearly had a second. Just a gorgeous delivery from Horan on this left wing. Sinclair leaping up back across the face of goal, just couldn't tuck it into the far post. What a ball from Horan that was. You're Gotham at the other end. It's turned over to Smith. One back by Gotham now. Here's Didasco. Didasco. Risky pass. Sinclair there for the steal. Sinclair finds Smith. The flag is down. Smith is in. Oh, it's wide. Once more, Smith misses a golden opportunity. And now she will come off. That is her last contribution. It's been a frustrating morning for Sophia Smith. So many chances, just a little hesitation to try to throw Haricic off guard. But ultimately, the shot went wide. That's one she simply has to put on frame. It just wasn't her day. And Sophia Smith will now make way for another top draft pick in Morgan Weaver. And Weaver is definitely capable of being a game changer. She scored in the 1-0 win on April 15th against Chicago. About 14 minutes remaining in the match. Streaking forward now is Anamanu, the substitute for Gotham. She will earn her side a corner. The set piece presents a chance for the visitors to take their first lead of the match late. 77th minute now. Played short by Didasco. She'll get it back from Long. Didasco the cross. And the flag is raised, offsides called. Is there another goal in this game, or will penalty kicks have to decide the 2021 Challenge Cup winner? Here is Klingenberg for the Thorns. Klingenberg ahead for Weaver. Weaver cuts it back. Couldn't find Haran. Now it's with Klingenberg. Wide once more for Morgan Weaver. Edge of the box. Haran to Sinclair. Sinclair turns. Couldn't find Weaver. And now Gotham can spark a counterattack. Here is Carly Lloyd leading the way. Lloyd into the opponent's half of the field. Lloyd still going. In the end, has her pass blocked off by Hubley. Up and down action. Here's Simone Charlie. Charlie's in. Charlie around Haricic. But the goal won't count as the flag went up. The assistant referee was definitive in her decision. The flag raised. The Portland fans frustrated. Charlie thought she had put Portland back in the lead, but she wasn't in offside position. I'd like to take a look at the replay. And here we go. Well, that's not the best of angles at first look. But my goodness, this game is really opening up. Yeah, the one replay they just showed was not the best look, and Charlie will be shown yellow for her protest, I suppose. First Portland player to get booked. Here's a throw-in for Didasco. Battling for that ball was Cujo. It will result in a Gotham corner. There's been plenty of corners for both teams today. 10 minutes left in regulation. This is played short. Here's Didasco. Driven ball, headed by Charlie, and now it opens up space for Weaver. Weaver one-on-one with Freeman. Weaver cutting to the right. Weaver still going, and a perfectly timed challenge by Freeman. Beautifully executed. But now it's kept alive. The cross, though, lands into the hands of Aricic. This has been a thrilling game, to say the least. Lloyd steps to the ball. Poked out of play by Charlie for a Gotham throw-in. Didasco back to Kawasumi. No, rather, that wasn't Kawasumi. That was Didasco. She couldn't keep it in play. It is a Portland throw. Time winding down at Providence Park. And now Didasco is down, stretching out her left leg. The athletic trainer will evaluate her. At this point in the match, both teams giving it everything they've got in the final minutes. It's been a really, really entertaining Challenge Cup final.
Grammy wants to know if you're going to Danny's game.
All right, sorry about that. Just had to handle something quickly. 82nd minute now. A temporary pause in the action with the injury. And it looks like Didasco won't be able to continue. Flores will replace her. Sabrina Flores is in. She was the 34th overall pick in the 2019 NWSL draft out of Notre Dame. So she is in for Didasco. That's the fourth substitution made by New Jersey, New York. Down the left wing, here's a cross. Out to Cujo. Now it's Sally Long. Long, waiting for the runner Flores. Flores onto her left. Flores clips it to the back post. Lloyd couldn't steer it on frame with the header. It was from a tight angle, and it will be a Portland goal kick. French goes wide for Klingenberg. Now Sauerbrunn taking it upfield. This is Sinclair. Haran blows by Flores. Haran crosses. The header just over. Simone Charlie with a chance. But empty-handed are the Portland Thorns once more. Their lone goal coming back in the 8th minute in the early stages of this match. Now we're inside the final 8 minutes. Here's Sinclair. Sinclair to Haran. Haran thinking about a shot. Fires, and that's blocked. Getting in the way was Johnson. Now it falls to Simone Charlie. Charlie lays it wide. Ball floated up and over the bar. As that service came from Westfall. Goal kick Gotham. Thanks everyone for tuning in. This has been a really, really thrilling game. And could it be decided by penalty kicks, or will there be a late game winner? Should be a fascinating ending, that's for sure. That's headed down by Haran. Nice touch into space by Crystal Dunn. Dunn down the right wing. Into the box now. Dunn putting it up. Weaver was making the run. Hericic there first, and she is taken out for the foul. Weaver will be talked to by the referee. No caution yet. Ericic of Bosnia and Herzegovina will take the the free kick, with 5 minutes until second half stoppage time. Here's Carly Lloyd. Lloyd into the middle with Long. Long to the other side now. Great service all the way through. The header went wide. It was touched by Viens, the substitute. Trying to flick it on frame, but it was marginally wide of that far post in the end. 86th minute. You just get the feeling that there's going to be a late goal. This is a great through ball. Here is Weaver. Weaver. Back for Sinclair. Sinclair! Oh, what a stop. Hericic got a left hand to it, or else that would have been in from Sinclair for goal number 2. Portland just flying forward. Sinclair, the left-footed strike, in a spectacular save by the Bosnian keeper. Getting a left hand to that. And now it's a Thorns corner. Look at the shots. 22-7 Portland. Yet the Thorns have only scored 1. 87th minute, floated in. Haran. The volley's blocked. Now it falls to Sauerbrunn. It's pinballing through, and a handball eventually called against the Thorns. Incredible second half. Ericic in no hurry to take this Gotham free kick. Into the middle. Haran goes down. Now it's Kawasumi. She'll find Lloyd. Lloyd taps it back for Ali Long. Now it's Long driving forward for Gotham. Long out wide. Here is Flores. Flores to the end line. She'll win a corner. No, they'll call a goal kick. I believe the assistant gave a corner, but the middle referee overturned her decision. So a goal kick awarded. 88th minute now. Time running out in a 1-1 game. There would be no extra time if this result holds. We'd go straight to penalties if it stays this way. Here's Crystal Dunn. Now Sauerbrunn. Backed for Dunn. Dunn finds Sinclair. What a touch. Into Weaver. Weaver back to Sinclair. Sinclair on her left. Back to Weaver. And the pass cut out by Cujo. It will be yet another Portland corner. Just one too many passes there from the Thorns. Either Weaver or Sinclair had to pull the trigger at some point. Neither did, but it will set up a corner. It certainly sounds like more than 5,000 at Providence Park. They're making plenty of noise. It's Klingenberg with the corner. Oh, it's Haricic who came out. Eventually cleared out of the box. Nervy moments for Gotham. Now it comes back to the midfield. This is controlled by Crystal Dunn. Dunn wide to Klingenberg. Weaver for Dunn. Portland on the attack once more. It's Weaver. Cuts it back. Sinclair to Haran. The attempted strike is deflected wide. A Thorns corner kick once more upcoming. Yeah, what's going on, Gavin? Thanks for tuning in, man, over on Twitch. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, the Bruins have been on fire lately. I can't wait to commentate their playoff games. I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, the Bruins have been on fire as of late. 90th minute approaching. Once more a corner kick. Headed down And it's stripped away from Haran by Lloyd. Portland have to get back. It's Lloyd leading the way for Gotham, but the lead pass was just out of the reach of Onamanu. And there we have it. 3 minutes will be added on to the end of the second half. 3 minutes of stoppage time. And if it stays 1-1, penalty kicks will decide the winner as a foul's called against Sinclair, taking down Freeman. An epic ending at Providence Park, to say the least. Up and down action. It's been a final that has not disappointed by any means. Oh, here's VN. But the return pass for Lloyd was off the mark. And it will be a Portland goal kick. Controlled by Dunn in the midfield. Dunn sends it forward, headed down for Sinclair. Sinclair to Weaver. Weaver into the box. 2 minutes remain. Rodriguez's pass was nearly stolen. But it falls back to her. She'll go wide for Westfall. Haran now to the near post. Aracic is there. Yep, 3 minutes added on, Bradley. Indeed. This has been a really fun game. I'm sure nerve-wracking for the fans of Portland and New Jersey, New York. 90 seconds left. That's headed out. A Thorns throw in here. Here's Cujo. Lays it back. Can that pass be saved? Yes, it will. Captain play by VN. Long in a battle. She went down. No foul called. Sent forward now. But Klingenberg wins the 50-50 ball. One back by VN. VN wins it. VN over to Kawasumi. Kawasumi waiting. Now cross to the back post. Oh, the header's wide. That was the chance. Onamanu from the edge of the six, wide open at the back post. Could not put it on target. Wow. This was really the chance for Gotham to get a late winner. Wow. Onamanu will be thinking about that one tonight if Gotham can't pull through. Maybe one last chance. Seconds remain. Here's Ali Long. Long's pass picked off by Rodriguez. Maybe Portland will have one more chance in them. Pass for Weaver is sent out of play. And there is the final whistle, except it's not final yet. This is the championship game. We cannot have a draw. And rather than going to extra time, we will be heading straight to penalty kicks. PKs on the way. Gotham managed to get that equalizer from Lloyd and managed to just hang around. And here we go. Penalty kicks will decide the winner tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. It's been a fantastic match. Penalty kick seems like a fitting way to decide the winner. No trophy yet. PKs are coming your way on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. The NWSL Challenge Cup winner will be decided on the other side of this break. Welcome back, everybody. 90 minutes not enough. We're heading to penalty kicks between Portland and New Jersey, New York, Gotham FC. 1-1 after regulation. And the scoreboard I will display here on screen will be the score for penalty kicks. So it was 1-1 after 90. And the penalty kicks we go. This will decide the NWSL Challenge Cup champion. 1 90 minutes it was. Sinclair had the opening goal in the 8th minute, and then in the second half, it was Carly Lloyd with the header in the 61st minute to pull Gotham level and ultimately force this game to a penalty kick shootout. And so here we go. A reminder of the penalty shootout rules. It's best of 5 rounds. The teams alternate kicks, and it's sudden death beginning with the 6th round if it is indeed tied after 5 rounds of kicks. It'll be Allie Long stepping up first for Gotham FC, just her 2nd week with the team. And can she find the back of the net on the first kick of the penalty kick shootout? An exuberant atmosphere in Portland, just past noon local time. Allie Long stepping up against Adriana Franch. Allie Long, goal. It slips by bottom left corner. Franch guessed the correct way, but unable to get enough of a hand onto it. So Gotham takes the lead in the penalty kick shootout. Up first for Portland will be Christine Sinclair. She scored the goal in regulation time. Can she score here from the spot? Yes, she can. The world's greatest goal scorer slots it into the bottom right corner. Arachich guessed the wrong way. And it's 1-1 after 1 round of penalty kicks. Now up for New Jersey, New York will be Carly Lloyd, the captain of this team. She also scored for Gotham back in the 61st minute. Carly Lloyd, a deep breath. Right-footed strike. Oh, what a shot. Carly Lloyd, no problem whatsoever. She's taken many penalty kicks in big moments, and she made absolutely no mistake there, firing it into the left corner. Yeah, no problem, Bradley. Thank you so much for tuning into the broadcast. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for contributing via the chat. I like when it makes the broadcast better when people tuning in interact. Here's Megan Klingenberg to tie it up once more. Oh, off the bar. Megan Klingenberg strikes the woodwork. It's the first miss of the penalty kick shootout. The run-up was a little bit strange. I suppose she was going for top left corner, but it strikes the bar. And so Gotham have the 2-1 lead heading into the 3rd round. Now it's off the woodwork again. This time Gotham strike the post. It was Cujo who stepped up. And Portland get a lifeline with that miss. Wow. That actually hit the corner where the crossbar meets the post. Cujo going upper 90. But the woodwork denies her. And so now the Thorns with a chance to pull level. It's Lindsay Horan who steps up. Here's Horan for Portland. No problem. Harachich went the wrong way. Horan with a collected finish. And it's 2-2 after 3 rounds of the shootout. We roll on to the fourth round, where it will be Mandy Freeman who steps up. Freeman for Gotham. Yes. French the wrong way. 3-2. Gotham back on top. Rocky Rodriguez is up next for Portland. Rodriguez came in as a substitute. What can she do here? Rodriguez, a deep breath, and she'll score. A lot of the kicks have been to that bottom right corner. Haricic going the wrong way, and it's 3-3 after 4 rounds. We now go to the 5th round, the final round. Both teams with 3 makes and 1 miss. It's Anamanu for Gotham stepping up. Anamanu! Oh, she scores! It just got by France. She guessed the correct way this time. But it was just out of her reach. So Gotham lead at 4-3, and it's none other than Crystal Dunn that will step up for Portland and attempt to continue the penalty kick shootout. A miss here for Dunn, and Gotham are the NWSL Challenge Cup champions. Crystal Dunn scores! Dunn comes up huge. She needed to score, and she did just that, knocking it into the bottom left corner. And so 5 rounds of the penalty kick shootout, not enough. We're heading to sudden death penalty kicks. A 6th round necessary. And for Gotham, it will be Vienne who steps up. Vienne! Oh, what a shot. Upper 90 from Vienne. Top left corner. France had no shot at getting to that shot. 5-4. New Jersey, New York. Once again, the pressure on Portland. Becky Sauerbrunn needs to score. Sauerbrunn, a long breath. Here's the shot. Oh, she slips it in. Haricic was this close to sealing the victory for Gotham. But Sauerbrunn able to slip it by. It was a great effort by Haricic, just not enough on it with the right hand. It's now 5-5 after 6 rounds. We go to a 7th round where Nawasumi will step up for Gotham. Nawasumi, a little stutter step. Save made by French. Adriana French comes up huge for the Portland Thorns. A big-time stop. And now Portland with a chance to win. French with the save that might just clinch the victory. The left hand stop back across her body. And now Morgan Weaver will step up with Portland. She can win it here for the Thorns. Morgan Weaver for the win. She scores! The Portland Thorns knock off New Jersey, New York, Gotham FC in epic fashion. The game winner scored by Morgan Weaver. And it's the Portland Thorns who are your 2021 NWSL Challenge Cup champions. The trophy already out and the celebrations just getting started in Portland, Oregon. An epic game, an epic penalty kick shootout. 6-5, the Portland Thorns win in penalty kicks. It was 1-1 after 90. And Portland pulled through in penalty kicks. Wow. An epic tournament, an epic championship game. The trophy is Portland's. We'll see if the Thorns can carry that momentum into the regular season of the NWSL, which will start next week. It's been a great tournament, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. My name is Samuel Reese, signing off saying, so long. The Portland Thorns are the NWSL Challenge Cup champions, victors over New Jersey, New York, Gotham FC in penalty kicks